Will Crystal Palace get their first win against the Blues since October 2017, or will Chelsea secure their ninth consecutive win against the Eagles? Watch until the end of this preview to hear all of my thoughts on tomorrow's match. Hello people, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video. This is my preview for the match that will be taking place tomorrow afternoon at Selhurst Park in the Premier League between Crystal Palace and Chelsea, with kickoff at 3 PM UK time. So what I'm going to do for you guys in terms of this preview is that firstly, I'll run you through the team news that concerns the Chelsea first team. I will then be giving you guys my lineup based on the team news that I will be beginning this preview with and will be giving you very shortly. And lastly, I'll be giving you guys my score prediction. So without further ado, let's get straight into this preview. Let's do it. So we shall begin this preview by taking a look at the Chelsea team news. And yes, in this preview, I only have one piece of information for you guys, and it concerns Mason Mount, Reece James and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and this story explains that Mason Mount is not available for tomorrow's match against Crystal Palace after suffering an ankle ligament injury in the Club World Cup final last weekend against Palmeiras, so he will definitely not be available, and I can only imagine how painful that must be. He might be out for a couple of weeks, maybe even more. In fact, almost certainly even more than a couple of weeks, because ligament injuries do take a while to recover from, but he should be out for a little bit of time, yes. But yes, that's the first part of this story for you guys, and no, it's not good news at all. This story also explains that Reece James is also out, as he is still training alone, and he won't be back for a little while as well. But Ruben Loftus-Cheek is fit again. I'm not sure if he's able to play or not. We'll just have to see about that one. But Ruben Loftus-Cheek is fit again. So that is it for the Chelsea team news for you guys. 2 injured players, 1 new injury, 1 we already knew about, and one player returning, potentially anyways, in Ruben Loftus-Cheek. But yes, that is it for the Chelsea team news, and we shall now move on to my lineup. Let's get into it. Now I am going to run you guys through my lineup based on the team news that I've just given you, and yes, I will begin by talking about the formation that I've chosen. And in the case of this lineup, I've chosen to go with a 4-2-3-1, but having said that, I will be honest and say that I really did struggle to choose a formation, because not only have we used a vast array of different formations recently, or a vast array of formations, we've also not had some of our key players available to use certain systems, although we've still managed to use the formations that we're not able to use to great effect. And yes, I'm referring to the back 3, or the 3-4-3/3-4-2-1. And in all honesty, if that is the formation for tomorrow's game, I would not be surprised at all for reasons that I've just given you. But in terms of the personnel I've chosen, yes, we're going to start off in goal. I've gone with Edouard Mendy in goal, and this is nothing against Kepa whatsoever. For me, he's been absolutely fantastic of recent. He's been commanding. He's made some absolutely fantastic saves whenever he's had to. So for me, if Kepa starts, then I absolutely wouldn't mind. But if Edouard Mendy is in the sticks for tomorrow's game, I wouldn't mind. I trust both of them. We're very lucky to have 2 great goalkeepers in our hands. But yes, I've gone with Edouard Mendy in goal. In terms of the back 4, I've gone with Cesar Azpilicueta in the right back position, because we simply have no one else. And yes, like I said in the team news, Reece James is still out, so Cesar Azpilicueta is pretty much going to have to play there anyway. So that's who I've gone with in the right back position. In terms of who I've gone with in the two centre-back positions. Of course, I've gone with Thiago Silva and Antonio Rudiger. They are our most experienced centre-back pairing, and that is absolutely nothing against any of our other centre-backs. I just think that Thiago Silva and Antonio Rudiger is our best centre-back pairing. But having said that, if Thomas Tuchel um, uses a different centre-back pairing or goes with a completely different system, I would not mind as long as it works. But yes, that's the centre-back pairing that I've gone with. And now to complete my back four, I've gone with Marcos Alonso in the left-back position. And the reason why I've done that is because Malang Sarr, yes, he's very good defensively, but he doesn't do much um, offensively, and that is largely due to the fact that he is obviously not a natural left back. But yes, I've gone with Marcos Alonso in the left back position, and we shall now move into the midfield. And in the two central midfield positions, I've gone with N'Golo Kante and Jorginho because N'Golo Kante is not only absolutely superb defensively, but he can cause mayhem offensively as well. He has gotten a lot better offensively in the last few years, and he has contributed to a number of goals this season. So for me, he can definitely excel in this role, and we all know what Jorginho can do. And for me, Jorginho next to Kante is something that we don't see very often or haven't seen in a while. But yes, Jorginho is very good at this. Sorry, he's very good at distributing the ball from deep and dictating play from deep. And I feel that we'll need this against a really strong Crystal Palace side tomorrow afternoon. So that's why I've gone with those two in a central midfield pairing or central defensive midfield pairing, depending on how you want to look at it. But yes, moving further up the pitch, I've gone with Hakim Ziyech in the right wing position. For me, he deserves to play. He's been one of our best players recently. He changed the game when he came off the bench in the Club World Cup final, and that did help us win the game. So for me, he deserves to play, and that's why I've gone with him in the right wing position. In the number 10 position or the attacking midfield position, I've gone with Kai Havertz because I think he deserves to play as well. He is another one who did really well in the Club World Cup final, and he actually won it for us. So for me, he deserves to play. I think it's only right that we give him the opportunity to get a run of games together so that his confidence can get built up, because Kai Havertz does seem to be a confidence player. And yeah, that's why I've gone with him in this position. As well as that, we all know what he's capable of when he's firing on all cylinders. So that's why I've gone with him in the number 10 position. In the left wing position, I've gone with Christian Pulisic. For me, he was one of the best players on the pitch against Palmeiras in the Club World Cup final. He could have scored, and for me, that was the only thing that was missing from his game. He was dropping deep. He was disturbing their defense and creating space by doing so. And for me, against this Crystal Palace team, and by the way, this is a team that he loves scoring against. For me, against this Crystal Palace team, a player who likes to disturb defences and attract defenders to create space, we're going to need something like that. And that's exactly why I've gone with Christian Pulisic in the left wing position. And now to complete my lineup, I've gone with Romelu Lukaku up front. For me, in the Club World Cup final and in the Club World Cup semi-final, I actually thought he was decent. He did get taken off early or perhaps earlier than he would have wanted, but he did get taken off in the Club World Cup final in the first 90 minutes. But for me, he had a decent game. He got the opening goal, and I think that he is needed in tomorrow's game because Crystal Palace are a very physical team, and that is nothing against Timo Werner. I just think that Romelu Lukaku is someone who can shrug defenders off the ball, and yes, he has struggled with that recently, but we all know he can do it. He's another player who runs on confidence, and I feel that the two goals will give him a lot of confidence. But anyways, that's the lineup that I've gone with. Do feel free to drop your lineups in the comment section below. I'll do my very best to respond. But here's a graphic showing you guys the formation that I've chosen and the personnel that I've chosen for my lineup. We shall now move on to my score prediction. And now to end this preview, I'm going to give you guys my score prediction. I've chosen to go with a 2-0 Chelsea win because despite not thinking that this is going to be an easy game whatsoever, I do believe that we have what it takes to get the job done. And it will certainly not be easy against this Crystal Palace team because they are very physical and they found an identity under Patrick Vieira in such a short space of time. I mean, he's only been there since the start of the season and they've been playing some absolutely brilliant stuff um, so far. Yes, it's not always worked, but don't ever underestimate this Crystal Palace team. Yes, I've chosen to go with a 2-0 Chelsea win. Hopefully, we get the job done because we do need to keep getting wins in the Premier League um, if we are to get back into the title race, if you like. But yes, I've chosen to go with a 2-0 Chelsea win for those reasons. Please, guys, do feel free to drop your score predictions in the comment section below. You all know that I'll do my very best to respond. That is it for this preview. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Come on, you Blues. Come on, Thomas Tuchel. And peace.